Guardant Health is another company that took a beating last week after reporting fourth quarter earnings. Revenue was $78.3 million, up 25% year over year, and a few million higher than average analyst estimates. The company posted a bigger loss than analysts were expecting, though, 94 cents per share versus expectations of a loss of 57 cents per share. But who knows what's included in the analysts' expectations. Guidance was 360 million to 370 million. That would be growth of 26 to 29%, which is below the 34% revenue increase that they delivered in 2020. Was it the earnings miss or the guidance that has investors most worried?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I would say I would put more focus on the slowing growth and the guidance. I think that's probably what has more investors worried. Again, I'm a shareholder of Guardant Health. I'm not worried. I think the long-term prospects for this company remain very, very good. The other thing is just keep in mind, like other companies, Guardant Health sometimes tends to sandbag somewhat with their guidance. They did it last year. Their guidance was well below what they actually delivered. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case again in 2021. Guardant Health is launching 2 new products this year. One they just launched, actually. It's Guardant Reveal. It's targeted towards recurrence monitoring for colorectal cancer. They also have a tissue assay that they're launching later this year. So the company, it has a great addressable market that it's going after. It's a leader in liquid biopsy. I'm not worried about one disappointing quarter. I think the long-term still looks really good for Guardant Health.
And again, just like the other one that we talked about, January, it hasn't been this cheap since the end of January. So, again, it's probably a lot of it is just the big drops are probably have somewhat to do with just a run up as people are hoping to invest in ahead of the earnings, and then when earnings aren't completely and totally stellar, then there's a sell off. Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Exactly.
But it's irrelevant to us long-term investors.
Exactly.